Hello, I am Max and you're watching Cool Stuff Inward Cars. In today's video, I'm answering the question of how much money has my Lexus LS400 cost me over 2 years and 23,000 miles of ownership. Let's check it out. So yes, the question in this video is this car really still a budget car, at least in my eyes? And I would say yes, and we're going to go over all of the money I've spent on this car, all the way down to fuel and registration and everything like that, since I got it. So, to start off, I bought the car for $2,300 in May of 2018, and I paid probably about $250 to register it, which includes all the inspection fees and all that stuff. Shortly after I bought tires for about $500 and something, like $550, about all 4 tires, which brings us up to about close to $3,000, somewhere around there. Shortly after I got it, I had the time belt done because there was nothing shown on the Carfax that the time belt had been done at all before in the 151,000 miles this car had been driven. It turns out that it had been done at 132,000 miles because it's now showing up on the Carfax, and it was not showing up back in May of 2018. So that kind of sucks, but whatever. I still wouldn't need a time belt even now at 174,500 miles. But, oh well, you live, you learn, I guess. Oil changes, I would say I've probably done, I think it was like 6 oil changes total, because they rate the synthetic oil, the high mileage oil, they rate it at like 5,000 to 7,000 miles, even though Valvoline says it's every 3,000. So I've been doing about every 4,000 to 5,000. The car's been fine so far. I have had no problems with any oil sludge or anything. The oil still looks good and doesn't get too dirty too quickly, so I'd assume it's fine. I've spent about $360 on that, which brings us up to, time belt was 1,000, so 30, about 4,000, 4,400, 4,500 bucks, somewhere around there. Fuel, I would say I've spent about $200 to $250. No, that wouldn't be right. Hold on, let me do the math here again real quick. I just did the math. So I've driven the car 23,000 miles. I'm going to divide that by about 300, which is about average about how much this car, how many miles this car goes on a tank of gas. And of course, it does use premium too. So I put 93 in it just because it's the most available high premium or high octane gas we have around here. So that's 76.6. That's how many times I've gotten gas. We'll do that times, I don't know, I've probably spent $65 to $70 on gas. $5,000 in gas, apparently. Wow, that's actually, I did the math wrong somehow before and I got like $200, which is definitely not right. I've spent more than that on gas in this thing in a weekend before. So, $5,000 in gas, which puts us up to about $10,000, but then again, that's going to be something that you're going to buy anyways. It just depends on, like, if you're going for a different car and then this car, what the difference would be in gas prices and all that, but I don't really have anything to compare it against, so we're going to leave it at that. I'm not going to include that in the full thing. That's actually something interesting that I didn't know. And then the wheel bearing, the rear wheel bearing, which I just had fixed recently, cost me about $1,100. So we're looking at a total of about $5,500 to $6,000 for everything other than fuel, which, to be honest, is not that bad. It's a lot less than a new car. I would have already paid way more than that if I would have bought, say, that Frontier that I was looking at, 6-speed manual Frontier. I would have been paid more than that just in I guess a loan by now. So, to be honest, this car is still a budget car to me. I could have spent $6,000 on a really nice one, but then again, why would I need have? Like I said, I've done work to this thing, or had work done to it. I haven't even done hardly any of my own work. There's been a few things, like I bought spark plugs and just a few other little things I've taken care of on this car in my 2 years of owning it. But yeah, it's not bad at all. Honestly, I'm a huge advocate for buying used cars, especially something like this, where you know it's going to be reliable, but it's also cheap, because there's not many cars that you can find that are a luxury car, even though this thing doesn't have a whole lot of options that like a lot of newer cars have. It has some good options though, like memory seats and nice radio, automatic climate control. But I would say do your research. Definitely check out some of the used options, like Lexus, Toyota, Honda, Acura, stuff like that. Because it would definitely be worth it in the long run if you're looking for something that's going to last you a while. That you don't have to worry about spending thousands and thousands of dollars just to register. And honestly, I think that this has been a good investment so far. I'm not going to get $6,000 out of this car, obviously. I might get $2,500 out of it, $3,000 if I'm lucky. When I do, well, if I were to sell it, which honestly at this point I still don't really plan to. So yeah, so you can leave your thoughts in the comment section below. You can leave also other cars that you've had that have been fairly cheap to own over a couple of years, if not longer than that. And that will conclude this video, so thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.